and welcome to Let's Talk SEO, the only channel on YouTube that discusses all things Google and sanity related. So it's another day and we have another Google breach. Well, this time it's a Google database tracking breach. So the information from a tracking database from within Google has been released. Now, what a tracking database is, for reference for people who don't know, is in the software industry. When you run an organization, part of the organization and part of creating software and part of updating software, part of updating systems is to create a log. So every time you make a change to something, every time you find a bug, it's logged, it's checked. There are tickets raised if there's an issue, those issues are fixed. And anyone who has worked in an organization, even if it's a small organization with 4 people, keeping these types of logs are pretty normal. And so it's not out of the ordinary for a business the size of Google to retain these logs and to, and probably retain these logs forever. So anyway, so an internal Google database tracking privacy and security issues leaked on Monday. So it was this Monday. One flagged issue was that the Google employee watched an unreleased Nintendo YouTube video trailer marked private and intentionally leaked it. Since, all right, so let's get into this. So Google leak reportedly on Monday. So on Monday, Google leak was reported by 404 Media, and it leaked 6 years of that log or database, as I mentioned and I described earlier. So 6 years worth of the privacy and security issues that were kept quiet by Google kind of came out. And so that log has a lot of privacy and security issues. Yeah, so now we know quite a bit about what's going on in Google because a document like that has previously never been leaked. And this will give you some insight into how Google operates, even if you're doing SEO. But I would say especially if we're doing SEO, because a lot of what they're doing is we as SEOs kind of do. Like I track everything. I track every change I make to a website and to each website. And so I have a ton of tabs on my Google Sheets. I have a single Google Sheet will have 20 tabs. And so I kind of do that because I want to track everything. And then I have a central, place where I record my findings and I record everything that I do. And if that were to get out, there's no damning information in it other than the fact that I found a boatload of loopholes over the years to help my clients rank, and just through testing, I found ways and I found stuff that other people just don't talk about. But so if that gets leaked, probably people will improve their SEO. But other than that, it's not going to be damning. But in Google's case, it is damning. So including a Google contractor accidentally leaking a Nintendo game release. So there was a game by Nintendo that was supposed to be released, but was not released, and they leaked it. A Google employee leaked it. But the best part is, Google told 404 Media in a statement, pretty normal. The reports obtained by 404 are from over 6 years ago and are examples of these flags. Everyone was reviewed and solved and resolved at a time. So Google says every one of these issues were resolved. We closed them. There's nothing to see here, guys. But the report illustrates thousands of internal privacy and security issues that Google tracked from 2013 to 2018. Now, I must add here, a lot of those issues might still exist. Probably not the very same issues or the exact same issues, but there are going to be issues that still exist. It's just that we don't know about them. And so every time you use your Google Gmail address and you try to log into a website and it's sign up using your Gmail, you just hit click and it's a one-click sign up. You don't know exactly where your information is being shared. And I do the same thing if I'm signing up for a piece of software, but I'm buying a membership or whatever. I'll just say sign up with Google. I have a Google account. It has all my information. I sign up with that. But I have no idea how my information is being handled. So this gives me insight into how my information is being handled. So for example, and this is the best, probably the one that I enjoyed the most, perhaps. So, for example, a contractor in 2019 reportedly used the admin access to download and watch a private game trailer on Nintendo's YouTube channel. So what Nintendo did was they created a game trailer for their upcoming game. They posted it to the YouTube channel, but didn't publish it. So it was an unpublished video. And it's pretty normal to, kind of go through your marketing department will do all of that and upload the video, but not necessarily publish it. So this person, a Google employee, used their credentials to log into YouTube, go to the channel, watch the video, take a screenshot of it, send it to their friend. Their friend then shared that screenshot on Reddit. So Google, and here's the best part, a Google internal review deemed the incident non-intentional. Okay, so unintentionally this guy used his admin access on YouTube. He logged into YouTube, or she logged into YouTube. She unintentionally went to Nintendo's channel, unintentionally watched the video, unintentionally took a screenshot, allegedly, and unintentionally sent the screenshot to a friend. Okay, so does that make sense? No, well, it's Google. So Nintendo released the trailer. So our privacy issues, other privacy issues flagged in the recent leak include Google making YouTube recommendations based on deleted watch history. So someone cleaned up their watch history, they didn't want Google to have it, but as it turns out, Google probably retained the watch history because they were showing videos based on their deleted watch history, and noting that someone was manipulating customer marketing accounts on its ad platform. So they knew that someone was manipulating marketing accounts too. So that's a huge breach. And it's also a huge breach of trust, because if I delete my information, I would imagine that Google will delete all of my information. And then if I start seeing recommendations based on my previous watch history, it stands to reason that my information was not deleted. So that's a serious breach of trust. It's a serious breach of the contract that Google has with people and its users. That it will retain their privacy. It will ensure that their requests are respected, and they're due to. But over here, I mean, this is not the case. There were also data vulnerabilities, such as the one at Google's acquisition of Socratic.org. Not aware of it. Google noted that there were more than 1 million email addresses from the company that were publicly exposed for over a year. Then there's Waze, which Google acquired in 2013 for $1.3 billion. We all know that Waze has a carpool feature, or at least they probably had it, and that leaked people's users' personal information like their home addresses and their trip information. In another incident, Google accidentally used Google Street View in 2016 to read and store thousands of car license plate numbers. Why would Google want to do that? And how would that be a mistake? I mean, how would that be an accident? How would by accident would they be reading number plates? I mean, how? Why? An employee reported the issue, and Google wiped the data per the report. Now, we have no idea whether or not Google really wiped the report, but, really wiped the data, because, it stands to reason if they're not adhering to what people are asking them to do with their personal information, then, anything can happen. This is another leak by Google, and this is hot on the heels of the Warehouse APIs leak. And I would say that Google really needs to tighten things up, because these leaks are embarrassing. But what's even more what probably will be even more embarrassing if it turns out that Google is logging people and their interactions with its Gemini AI, which it probably is. So if someone types in, how do I off my mother-in-law, it may turn out that Google's logging that. And local law enforcement would probably be informed, and they would get picked up. So, don't use Google thinking that no one is watching and no one is storing that information, because I think this sets a dangerous precedent. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Like and subscribe as always, and I will see you in the next video.